One day, Thomas the tank engine was waiting at the station. His work was done, but he was waiting for a message from the Fat controller. Soon he arrived. "Thomas, I've got new wheels to build a new track section. It is already constructed, but we still need some ballast. Would you help spreading the ballast?" "Yes, sir," said Thomas. "I'll leave Annie and Clarabel here at the station and bring them later to their shed." "Good," said the Fat controller, and Thomas made his way. He soon arrived. The new whales looked nice, but they were hanging in the air due to their lack of ballast. Edward and the workmen were already there. "Donald and Douglas will soon arrive with the ballast," said Edward. And just then, the Scots arrived with some troops. "We're here," said Donald. Their trucks were filled with the needed ballast. "Then let's get started, shall we?" said the workman, and he started. He had to spread the ballast, that it would keep the tracks safe from hanging in the air, but it shouldn't be on the trucks either, to prevent derailments. "Alright, now Thomas, will you drive over the section for a test?" "Of course, sir," said Thomas, and he drove over the new section. "It works. Now the other direction." "Everything's perfect." "Great, then let's continue working." And soon all the ballast was spread. "Well, now we're finished. Thank you all for your help." He went into Edward's coach, and Edward, Donald, and Douglas set off with their trains. Thomas set off too, since Anne and Clarabel were still waiting at the station. "Here I am," said Thomas, and brought his coaches back to their shed. Later, Edward was pulling a short goods train, and he had to cross the new track section. But there was trouble. Edward's small front wheels were much lighter than his driving wheels. They drove over the ballast and derailed Edward. Edward was still able to move his driving wheels, but he could not get away. Ben and Thomas were sent to help. They soon arrived at Edward. Ben was coupled up to Edward's tankers and took them away, so Thomas, who was supposed to pull Edward back on the rails, would have it easier. "Ooh, watch out," said Edward. "Sorry," said Thomas, and he began to pull. But he had just pushed him still more away from the tracks, and he wouldn't move. Ben pulled Edward's tender away to make him lighter. Thomas tried again, but Edward still wouldn't move. Then Ben decided to help. Edward was turning his wheels as well, and finally they derailed Edward. "I see. Perhaps we're not finished with the ballast after all. Thomas, will you help again? Here's a cowcatcher." "All right," said Thomas, as he was fitted with the cowcatcher. And he started clearing the tracks from the ballast. He backed up to get some speed and raced towards the ballast. Soon the tracks were clear enough to let Edward pass the section without derailing his light front wheels. And Thomas happily drove away.